Today I want to talk about this myth behind losing weight and calories in, calories out, because I've had a lot of people reach out to me who have had issues with yo-yo dieting their whole life, or they've gained weight in quarantine and they want to lose weight, or it's about to be summertime and they're trying to lose weight. So I really want to go over why this whole calories in, calories out mentality has actually a 99% failure rate among people who diet. And I'm sorry about the glare in my glasses. They're blue blocking, so you get a glare. So anyways, the calories in, calories out mentality, while there is some truth to it, it is not exactly what you think it is. And if you just reduce your calories by 30%, let's say, your body is actually gonna end up reducing its basal metabolic rate by 30%. They're not independent of each other. So that is why you might see some weight loss at first if all you're doing is restricting calories, but then you'll plateau over time. And that's just because when you restrict by a certain amount, your body's metabolic rate will go down by that amount. So how do you actually lose weight? You want to eat nutrient-dense foods. You want to eat foods that don't cause a massive release in insulin. Insulin, when your body releases it, the point of it is to uptake glucose into its cells. So if you have a bunch of insulin out there trying to uptake all those sugars to be stored as fat in your body, then your body is going to be storing more fat and it's not going to be burning fat. Even if you're at a calorie deficit, your body is still going to be in more of a fat storage mode, if that makes sense. If you're trying to lose weight, it's not going to be just about the calories you eat. A lot of it is about the quality of the calories you eat. So that whole mentality, like I just worked out, I burned 300 calories, so I get to eat a 300 calorie donut. That's not going to work the same as if you burned 300 calories working out, so you decided you could eat 300 calories worth of eggs. Now, the reason is because that donut is gonna spike your insulin and is gonna have your body release much more insulin into your bloodstream, and it's gonna take up all those sugars and try to store it as fat. If you eat 300 calories of eggs, you're not gonna have as much of an insulin response, basically, because insulin synthesizes glucose, which is sugar. So if your body has just a protein source coming in, it's more likely to be in a fat burning mode because it's not in fat storage mode. Let me just give you an example of this guy who did this study recently. His name is Sam Felton. He wanted to test eating 5,700 calories a day for a whole month. And based off those calculations, if he were to eat 5,700 calories a day for a whole month, he would gain 16 pounds. So he decided to get all of those calories from nuts, protein, vegetables, whole sources. So he ate nothing but whole foods for a whole month. He didn't really eat breads, he didn't eat pastas, he didn't eat high carb foods, but he was still getting his carbohydrates in there from eating a ton of vegetables. He did gain 1 pound, but he lost 3 inches off his waistline. And that's because his body wasn't storing fat when he was eating those foods. Even though he was eating way more than he normally does, he didn't gain a lot of fat because the insulin didn't have a lot of glucose to turn into fat. Make sense? So then he took the study a step further. He decided the month after he lost those inches off his weight, he was gonna now eat all processed foods for a month. He got those calories from the typical American diet. He had bread, he had pastas, he had donuts. And by the end of that month, he gained 16 pounds, and you guessed it, the 3 inches he had lost off his weight came back. He found them again, basically. And that is why it's so important to do your best to eat whole, unprocessed foods. Keeping a diet really simple to vegetables, nuts, protein is really gonna get you the best results. It's really a game changer when it comes to you maintaining a healthy body weight. And it's honestly not as hard as you think it is to do. You can really make what I just said, like nuts, vegetables, and meat taste really good and make you feel like you're not on a diet. And that is kind of what I'm trying to do here and why I post recipes the way I do. I mean, obviously the cookie recipes have sugar in it. That is why for lunch I'll have something like spaghetti squash bolognese. So like I'll make, meat sauce, and then I'll make spaghetti squash, and then I'll have those two together. I'm getting my veggies, I'm getting my protein. So that is why I think it's really important to make eating healthy and eating healthy whole foods taste really good, because losing weight isn't about being hungry all the time. It truly is about managing those hunger hormones. It's about being able to feel full, having your hunger hormone, having your satiety hormones released when you're eating a food. And that's only gonna happen when you eat nutrient-dense foods, because your body's gonna realize, oh, I got the nutrients I needed, you can stop eating now. And that is why 0-calorie sweeteners and 0-calorie foods aren't gonna really make you lose weight. They've done that in tons of studies. While you are consuming this food, your body is not recognizing it as food, and it's not satisfying the nutrients that it needs. So it's gonna keep sending out hunger signals, and you're gonna wanna eat another snack. That's what causes grazing all day. And a lot of people who eat artificial sweeteners actually sometimes gain more weight because they're searching for something to fulfill them. When really, you could just give your body what it wants, eat nutrient-dense foods, and you will get the body that you want, because you'll learn to regulate your hormones. Your basal metabolic rate will be more robust. All those great things. Long story short, your body wants to be at an ideal body weight. It doesn't want to be overweight. It doesn't want to be too skinny, and your body truly knows what that ideal body weight is so that you're healthy. So you don't need to count calories. You don't need to count macros. All you really need to do is eat nutrient-dense foods, eat whole foods, and once you start doing that, your body's hormones are going to get more in balance, and you're going to be able to start listening to them more. So when I mean your hormones are going to be more in balance, you're going to have hunger signals when your body needs food, and you're going to actually get satiety signals. That satiety hormone is gonna start to be released because your body has gotten all the nutrients it needed, and it doesn't really need any more food, so it's going to stop you once it feels like you've satisfied all the requirements. So you don't need to count calories, you just need to learn to listen to your body.